I'm Kate Oates, I'm one of the producers of The Archers, and this around me here is Ambridge, where we perform a scene, where the actors act the scene, is dependent on where the scene is set in Ambridge. So for example, this area that we're in here at the moment is called the live area. You can see the floor, wooden floor and the treatment on the walls here. That basically creates a very sort of echoey acoustic. So if we have a scene that's set in a milking parlour, say, a church hall, a leisure centre, for example, this is the kind of place that we're going to use. And you can see that we've kind of got all sorts of bits and pieces around us here, really. The screens that we've got here can be wheeled to make a smaller, more enclosed area. For example, if a scene's set in a stable block, you know, we can use this and get that kind of closer sound. This is the soft area. The soft area is basically where we set any kind of domestic scene. So anything that is in a softly furnished area like a living room, a kitchen, the bull, all of that kind of stuff happens in here. And as you can see, we kind of have, again, the screens which can set up any sort of domestic layout really, and that gives us a great sort of asset in terms of mobility. So I shall take you through into the kitchen. This is an extension of the soft area. And I mean, basically everything that you see around you is everything that we need to create that sort of very domestic environment. This is where we record all the scenes that are set outside. It's quite ironic really that the most claustrophobic room is the one that, you know, demands the most imagination from the actor. When they're on the fields of, you know, Lakey Hill or whatever, they're actually in this, you know, rather sort of confined space. The treatment on the wall here means that there's no echo, which is why it's called the dead room. And basically you can see that the floor is separated into two. We have this concrete side, which we would use for if we were in a yard, for example. And then we have this carpeted side, which we would use if we were walking on grass. We would scatter sort of 1/4-inch tape on the floor for a scene like that, and the actors can actually move around in it and they get the, you know, very much the sense of them walking through grass or straw or hay or something like that. I'm going to take you through what we call the acoustic snail. So called because it's like a snail shell, and that's what we use for long approaches for an actor. If you are David at the top of Lakey Hill and you're calling down to Ruth, who is here at the bottom of Lakey Hill, the actor Tim Bentinck will be in the middle of the snail shell and he will come around and call. It's only a few feet. It sounds like it's miles away, and if I was to disappear now, you would hear that my voice gets quieter and quieter and quieter as I go until it virtually sort of disappears. And actually, I'm only a few feet away from you, but it does sound like I'm coming from a very, very long way away. So that's a great asset for us to have here in the dead room.